This is the Zempire Zeus two-person hiking tent. It is really popular and really affordable, and I want to take you for a walk through today. Let's get started.
Hit it.
Ben from Snowy's here, guys, at the Brown Hill Creek Tourist Park in the eastern suburbs of Adelaide. It's a leafy spot, 20 minutes from the city, 20 minutes from the beach, and not far at all from the Adelaide Hills. They have given us this beautiful spot here today to show you some products, and behind me is the Zempire Zeus two-person hiking tent. This is a really popular and affordable tent. I'm going to take you for a walk through. Let's first have a look at the outside of the tent. So the geometry of the tent, or the structure of the frame, gives it plenty of room. It's almost symmetrical. If we cut it down the middle this way, it's the same on each side, but there's a higher end here and a lower end there. So the pole hub sits lower at that end. So at the foot end here, it's lower down, but there is a vent here with a guy rope attached to allow airflow through. There's also another vent on this end here with another guy rope attached. Up underneath here is a mesh panel, allows airflow high through the tent. The vestibule that you see on this side and the entrance is the zipper down here is mirrored on the other side. So there's two entrances to this tent, and this vestibule, the doors, there's tabs on each side here which allow us to open this vestibule right up or leave it half closed for a bit of protection. Now the fabrics that Zempire have used for the Zeus tent, the fly sheet is a 75 denier, 210 thread count ripstop polyester. It's got a 3000mm waterhead and it's seam sealed throughout. Moving inside the tent, it's all a polyester mesh upper throughout, so it's a nice breezy 3-season tent. The floor is 150 denier polyester with a 10,000mm waterhead, so it's going to give you tons of protection in damp environments. And the frame that's up underneath here is an 8.5mm 7001 alloy, which is a really durable and flexible alloy. Now just on the vestibule space, we can roll these doors up on the side here. There's a tab here, and the same one features on the other side. And everything that I'm talking about here is mirrored over the other side of the tent as well. So I can roll this side up to completely move it right back and out the way. I can leave it half protected, or at night and zip it right closed to store my gear in here. Now I've got about 65 centimeters out from the tent here. So probably enough room for a reasonable sized pack, but you can put one on each side if you've got two people. Now I want to show you the space inside the tent. I've got a couple of hike mats that I'm going to stick in there, and I'll show you how much room you've got. So squeezing inside the Zempire Zeus here, I've now got two regular size hike mats in here, and they fit pretty comfortably, both with the head end at the same end of the tent here. And I've got a bit of room at each end for a bit of gear as well, so you can keep your necessities inside the tent, no problems. Lengthwise, you've got about 225 centimeters from end to end, and the ends are quite upright, so you've got quite a lot of usable space. 135 centimeters wide at the head end here, and down at the foot end it's about 120 centimeters. And in terms of where I'm sitting, I've got about a meter of head space, so I've got plenty of room, and that head space extends right to the side of the tent, so two people can comfortably sit upright inside this tent. Now I'm 185 centimeters. If I lay down in here, I have got plenty of room both for my feet and my head at each end of the tent. Now looking around the features inside the Zeus here, there's a little storage pocket for the mesh door here just to keep it up and out of the way. Moving around to the top of the head end here, there's a really big long pocket to store your gear in. There's also a pocket at the foot end up here. It's a much smaller pocket, but enough to keep a few more necessities and things in. To the rear of me here is another entrance door which looks out into that second vestibule, like I showed you on the side that we just walked in through there. And coming up to the top of the tent, looking up through all the mesh through the top here, there is a little lantern hanging hook to hang a lightweight light on. And one other thing I'll mention about the Zeus tent is you can get the optional footprint, which would replace, or potentially replace, the inner of the tent for an ultralight setup, so you can just have a ground sheet with a single skin over the top. Alternatively, it's always a good idea to use a footprint because it gives you the tent floor extra protection, makes it last a little bit longer. In terms of using a fly first setup and pitching the inner afterwards, you probably could do it, but it's going to be a little bit fiddly because you've got to mess around with the poles and the eyelets stacking on top of each other. So yes, it's doable, but it's not a straightforward process. Now you get all the Zeus comes in at about 2.8 kilos total. You could get that down to about 2.6 kilos probably trail weight. If you stripped all the pegs and everything, you don't need out. Now you can grab these online at snowys.com.au at our lowest prices every day. They're super popular. Grab yourself one. I hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. you found that video useful, subscribe to our channel and you'll get all of our latest and greatest information. Or if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. If not, just give us a like or check out our other videos like this one down here.